we are live and direct of the Indigo O2, where tonight we've got the fabulous Marcia Griffiths on stage alongside the royal family Morgan Heritage. And what a night of splendour it is. And remember, it's Daddy Ernie on ViewNowTv.
Reggae Chat.
First lady of reggae music after another stunning and brilliant performance here at the Indigo O2. Marcia, London is very much your hometown.
Very much so, and I love London and the fans just as much as I think they love me.
I mean, how long have you been coming in now, Marcia?
Wow, I can't count. Since 1970.
From the young, gifted and black.
Gifted and black. Open your heart to what I mean. In the whole world, you know, there's a million boys and girls who are young, gifted and black. And that's a fact.
That's right.
Right through to your own career as well.
That's right.
And I mean, 2013, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think that you'd be going on so long?
I never had this vision. I mean, I never had a dream that I would be here. 2013, still going strong, sharing stage with the younger artists. I mean, it's amazing, it's awesome, and I love it.
I mean, looking back on your career, is there anything that really stands out in your mind? I mean, there's been some fantastic moments. One that springs to my mind is the Hammersmith Odeon when you was there with Bob as a member of the I3s.
Those were some special moments that will never ever leave my mind and my heart, because, you know, especially not having Bob here in physical, I'll always remember some moments. Every time I come into London, there are some moments that I will always relive where touring with Bob and I3 is concerned. You know, because I remember at the Hammersmith, and I remember all the special moments in England, even at #1 Harrington Gardens. You know, those are some special, very special moments for me.
You know, and even, you know, before that with the big hit Young, Gifted and Black and that as well, as a young girl coming to town. I mean, it has been a magnificent journey.
I remember when Bob came here first, he came back to Jamaica and he said, Marcia, I want to bigger England, you know. That time he was just coming to England, and he came here. And when I came back with him now on his first tour in England, Bonham, some of the girls from Bonham were at the show, and they were saying to Bob, Bob, you know that you have a star here back in, because we had already had this hit Young, Gifted and Black with Bob Andy. You know, those moments are just so wonderful, beautiful.
So we fast forward now to the 21st century.
21st.
A lot of young artists, you know, both male and female. You know, we've got the likes of Atana coming along, but still yet they can't shift, Marcia. What is the secret to the longevity?
Well, longevity is a lot of things, and it's not just being able to go in the studio and record. It has a lot to do with your thoughts and the way you take care of yourself. Because if your heart is not, your thoughts are not clean, because I usually tell people that what is on the outside is a reflection of what is in the inside. And the longevity is just being able, I am enthused, I love the music, and I think it was ordained by Almighty God for me to be a part of this music. He gave me the talent, and I just want to continue to spread the word and touch souls throughout the universe, which no doctor in the universe can do. But one of the main things I do is always recording with younger artists. They are always happy to record with me, and it's a wonderful feeling both ways for me to be recording, because my latest CD is Marcia, Griffiths and Friends, and the Friends, of course, you know, they're all there. You got Busy Signal,
Itana, of course, Butcher, stuff that you recorded.
Queen Ifrika, Tanya Stevens, just about everyone. Gentleman, Richie Stevens, everyone.
I mean, what's it like for you? Because they probably look on you now as an elder, because they call me an elder as well.
Of course, I'm proud. I am very proud. I would not trade my age if I could be 16 again and relinquish all my memories and my experience. I would keep being my age. I would never want to erase the memories, because this generation will never ever see and experience what I have experienced and seen.
So how's the album being received?
Beautiful, very, very beautiful. As a matter of fact, it's doing very, very well, because each track is with a different artist, and you find that it's a variety, and people might like a Busy Signal or a DeVille or a Freddie McGregor or whoever. So each track, I think, is a hit song on its own. And one of the tracks that was #1 is the Rhythm of a Roll.
Okay, yes.
Because it has a strong message. Yeah.
And you're still currently working with Jermaine as well.
Oh, yes. He's celebrating 25 years too.
A very special chemistry. So we're going to get a Marcia Griffiths album, an individual album, just Marcia Griffiths.
Well, let me tell you, next year I'm celebrating 50 years.
Wow. You must come to London for that.
Yes, definitely. We have a lot of plans, and London is a part of it, because London to me is home away from home. Yeah.
So are we gonna get a 50th anniversary album?
Yes. We discussed that already, Jermaine and myself.
All right. Well, we're going to be looking forward to that, Marcia. And you know, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
You know, we could
You're always my favorite. Always. Hey, you're now watching ViewNowTv. Leave it right where you got it. Marcia Griffiths said that.
Reggae Chat.
We're in the midst of royalty here at the Indigo O2. After 5 years hiatus, they are back with a tremendous album. Here comes the Kings. Here comes Morgan Heritage. Ladies first, Una.
How you doing, Daddy Ernie?
I'm not bad. Back after making some babies.
Oh my goodness. Only 3, not a lot, but yes, I am back, and it's such a pleasure to be back with my brothers in London, with in UK, with all our fans. I tell you, we love it, you know. We love the UK, man. Come on, missed it a lot. I miss Harrods too. No, I miss the England, the British Jamaican food. So.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I hear
miss you too.
Oh, thank you very much. And if I can come to Mojo, we kind of, he loves the phone. I'm trying to work out between you and your brother Gramps, who loves the phone more. Because anywhere you're in the world, and you get Morgan Heritage anywhere in the world.
Yeah, technology is great. Give thanks for innovation and inspiration.
And Gramps, you're not really inconspicuous. You anywhere, anytime.
Always.
Do you ever sleep?
Sometimes. The great king of the dancehall, Beenie Man, once said him not a time for sleep. And I remember one time we was in the airport and was flying out. Beenie Man flew in and went right to departures and flew out. We said, where you going? He said, me have a next show. So much respect to him. He was one of our greatest influence when it comes to hard work and perseverance. So I'll never forget that. And I think it was about 99 and we was going to a show flying overseas from Jamaica. And so you sleep when you get the time, but this work is ever ongoing. It's non-stop.
And Peter, you've been very busy. You got this song with Irie Love called "Let It Fly."
Yes.
Where was that recorded? Don't tell me that was recorded in Hawaii.
No, actually it wasn't. It was recorded at my house. Actually, yeah, it was after a tour, and she was living here in London for a while. And she came over, she called and said there's this track that we got from producers from France, Boast and Bim. And she sent it to me and I said, I'm good, I'm ready. And she said she's coming over to the US, so if I can make time, made the time. She came to my house in the States and we did it. It was like, we took a whole day and was just vibing it, wrote it, and it came out wonderful.
I mean, the last 5 years hasn't been wasted. You've done a solo project. Gramps has done a solo project. Una?
Yes.
Did you do a solo project?
I am still working on it, as a matter of fact.
Got some singles
I got
out
some
there.
singles out. I do have some singles out there. One produced by Lenky called Ladies. Big up to all my ladies every time. Who run the world? Girls. Oh. So, it's my brother Gramps is funny, as you all can tell. But I am working on the album, and it is called Just Me. And the reason why I called it Just Me, that was some controversial stuff right there, is because it's all different kinds of music, and that's who influences me, from hip hop to jazz to R&B. As my brothers know, I'm the biggest hip hop fan. Ooh. So that's what makes up Una, and that's what everybody's going to be able to see, just a different side, and it's just me, take it or leave it,
And your solo projects were very experimental, to say. There's a lot of guitar work and a lot of... What was going on there?
No, I'm influenced by alternative music. In the early 90s, I was introduced to Nirvana, Hendrix, Aerosmith, Hootie and the Blowfish, Cranberries, Clapton. And they influenced my songwriting. So on my EP, Got Mojo, which is what you're referring to, that's available, came out about 4 years ago. I paid ode to the legends of reggae and alternative music, because people don't know this, but our experience doing the Warped Tour in America in 01 and 02 made us realize that punk rock music, rock and roll music, a lot of those revolutionaries, when you look at people like Bob Dylan, they had a message. So it's important for people to understand that the synergy between the two musics is a reality, and that's why we have a similar fan base. When you look at Bob Marley touring with the Clash and Peter Tosh touring with the Stones, Black Uhuru touring with the Stones, the history is there on where those two worlds meet. So it's just me being who I am, like Una is discussing, and that's what we all bring to the unit, Morgan Heritage. That experimental vibe that you hear in our solo projects is what makes us who we are together.
So here we are, back in 2013 now. Here comes the King, the album.
Yeah, man, baby.
Oh na 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 na, baby. Oh na na na. Just one touch, one kiss from your lips, it's heaven, yeah. Loving you is like the perfect love song. The one that you always wanna hear. And when my day's going on wrong, seeing you is like the song in my ear. So all I need is you, baby. Body to body with only you, baby.
give me. I saw me love when the fire blaze, you see me. Now I'm gonna see me roam round like I'm a gypsy. You're like a piece to a pot, queen to a king, bullet to a gun. What they got in common is they all belong together. And it's made me realize that loving you is like the perfect love song. You know the one that you always wanna hear.
Very interesting. The message is still the same though.
Straight. Can't stray from the message. The message is love, unity, understanding how to deal with each other as humanity, and there's equality and justice always. That's what we fight for, that's what we live for, and that's what we proclaim.
You know, we always say that reggae sort of as a foresight, you know, and I hear this track Holla Holla on there, which is, it's just dropped at the right time with what's going on in America and everything. What's the inspiration behind that?
Barack Obama. That's it. I mean, when Obama won his first term of election, you know, the face of America changed. You know, I mean, it's still what it is. America still has its issues. But, you know, finally there's been a colored man, a black man in the White House. You know, we all know the history. Our black people build the White House, but we've never been the ones to be the major residents in the White House. I mean, you do have black people working in the kitchen and all these places in the White House, but to be in the Oval Office, to be in the president's bedroom, it's the first time. You know, so we say, you know, we go from slaves to the highest position in the land, you know, which is Commander-in-Chief. You know, so big up to the President Barack Obama for inspiration.
And of course the love songs are on there as well, Gramps. I think you might have had a little bit to say about that. Perfect love song. And my favourite, Call on Me, which has got the Don Corleone flavour on it.
Yeah, it's always a joy. As people know, you know, our father has 30 children, so we didn't just appear out of...
He's gone up?
Yeah, no, he's still at 30. But we didn't just appear out of nowhere, you know, we didn't kabam, kaboom, shaban. He made love, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course we have to speak about these things. And one of the biggest misconceptions is that Rasta no love woman, or, you know, but we try to do it in a way that it's uplifting and appreciative of woman, and try to say that you have songs like She's Still Loving Me, songs like Best Friend, that is like a fiction story. A lot of people be like, oh, for story that, you know, like I who get in trouble with Best Friend and Gala. No, it's just a drama. Like me, I always tell people, Arnold Schwarzenegger is not the Terminator in real life. So it's art. You're not gonna see Arnold Schwarzenegger tear him skin and there's steel under there. No, it's art. So when we write a song, we try to make it about like a story, so it's interesting than just baby I love you walking on the beach. There's drama in love, so love songs is one of the things that we love to write the most. Yeah.
And The Girl Is Mine, you know, Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney's favourite song there. Was you a bit apprehensive in doing that? It's a little bit straying off of the Morgan vibe.
No way. Well, the producer called Peter Jason Farmer and Kimani Marley's musical director and said, I have a song. When you hear it, are you and your brother have to sing that song here? And then Peter come and say, yo, you have to hear this. And I said, wow, which producer that now? Because he's putting together the album. It was very conspicuous about which songs got making a comeback in 5 years. You got to know what you're doing. And Peter said, yo, listen to it, trust me. Michael Jackson, the Honorable Paul McCartney, was like, this is perfect. It fits the album. It's tribute to Michael Jackson, and it's a classic song. And when we heard it, we did our little spin with a little DJ part at the end, and Peter just was like, yo, we have to do that song, yeah. So it just worked out to be perfect.
A lot of new producers as well on the album. I know you're heavily in that department as well. How difficult it was to choose, because there's a load of producers in Jamaica. How difficult it is to choose the one that fits with what you're doing?
I mean, when you look in Jamaica, you can see a certain, you know, handful of young producers trying to maintain the essence of roots reggae music. You know, we talk about youths like Riff Raff. We talk about Shane Brown from Jukebox Production. You know, and working with like TJ and Jason Farmer. Those are things that came through our solo projects, Riff Raff through our solo projects. So, you know, it was important for us to bring all of our experiences from our solo projects back into, you know, the return of Morgan Heritage. So that's what, you know, contributes to the variety of producers you see on the album.
And just on a final note, was there any doubt, when the decision was made for you to go your separate ways, so to say, for 5 years, was there any doubt that you might come back and it might not be the same vibe?
Oh, not at all, Ernie. It was a dream for our father, actually, for us to take that break, for us to all develop. And then as parents, we spent a lot of our adult lives on the road, and we were having these children, and a lot of the key time of their lives we were missing, and we had to make a conscious decision to say, you know what, we have to really put some time in our children. And during that time, inspiration hit us. Grams, and 2 very successful solo albums, Peter, Mojo with his EP. I got into some other business ventures outside of music, so it was all divinely ordained. And when Noah said, what you put together, let no man put us under, so we knew it was going to come back together. We didn't know the time, but the fans called it, and it was time. We back to our day job. Daddy Ernie.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's always a pleasure talking to the royal family of reggae music, Morgan Heritage. The album's been well received here in the UK. I know it will be across the world as well. And you're embarking on a tour in the UK. You've done Europe, so come back and see us soon, maybe.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Give thanks and praise. Nice shirt, nice, beautiful outfit.
Blessings.
Give thanks. Thanks for having us, brother.
ViewNowTv.com with the royal family, Morgan Heritage here.
Blessed love massive.
This is Morgan Heritage.
And right now you're watching ViewNowTv.com. Keep it locked, it's hot. Heritage said that. Blessed.
Rockers.
Reggae Chat.
So there you have it, the station that brings you the stars and has the right vibrations. ViewNowTv.com. Daddy Ernie live from the Indigo O2. We're out.
Reggae Chat.